Okay, so make sure you're on the back of the paper now and we're at point slope. So when we're doing point slope, we're going to do y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, that's the point slope formula. So you're going to use this when the problem gives you a sample point. So that means they're going to give you something like xy, and they're going to give you a rate of change, which is your slope. So remember, for slope, you're looking for keywords like per. Okay, so for my first problem, at Eagle Bay, it costs $10 per hour. Hey, looky there, slope right there, to rent a canoe. Nick and his friends rented a canoe for 3 hours and paid $45. I want you to write and solve a linear equation to find the cost to rent a canoe for 8 hours. Okay, so here we go. I know that my slope is $10 because that's where per came in. And since we're talking about a point, I know for 3 hours it costs $45. So that's a point. They want me to find how much it costs for $8. So I'm going to put 8 with a question mark. So since they gave me a slope and a point, I'm just going to plug into this formula. Y minus my y that I know is 45 equals the slope is 10 times x minus, and then I have 3. So now I'm just going to distribute and solve. 10 times x is 10x. 10 times negative 3 is negative 30. Bring down y minus 45. I'm going to add 45, and that gives me y equals 10x plus 15. There's my equation. Okay, from here, I want to find out how much it's going to cost to rent for 8 hours. So this is a real easy thing. You're just going to plug 8 into x's spot, and you're going to figure out what y is. So 10 times 8 is 80, and 8 plus 15 is 95. So to rent for 8 hours, you would have to pay $95. Okay, for your second example, a construction company charges $15 per hour, slope right there, for debris removal, plus a one-time fee for the use of the trash dumpster. The total fee for 9 hours of service was $195. Write and solve a linear equation to find the one-time fee for the trash dumpster. Okay, so this one-time fee is what I'm looking for. All right, I know that my slope is 15 because they told me that's the rate of change. And I know that 9 hours cost me $195. Since they're asking me to find the one-time fee, they're not even asking me how much it's going to cost if they actually come out and do work. Like, what is it going to cost just to have this service is what a one-time fee is. So I don't even care if they're working any hours. That's what a one-time fee is. 0 hours. And I want to figure out how much it's going to cost just to have them as a company that's my dumpster removal. So just like how we did the last one, we're going to do y minus, and the y that I know is 195 equals 15 times x minus, and the x that I know is 9 for the matching point. Okay, so now you just have to distribute and solve for y. So we're going to keep the 1 minus 195 equals 15 times x is 15x, and 15 times 9 is negative 135. Okay, now I'm going to add 195, and that gives me y equals 15x, and that would be plus 60. So my equation is y equals 15x plus 60, and I want to figure out if I do no hours of service, if I just want the fee, I'm going to plug in 0 into x to figure out what my service fee is. And 15 times 0 is 0, so all I have is 60. So my one-time fee that I have to pay is $60. Okay, so now I want y'all to try this one on your own, and we have one more style. Now we're going to work with 2 points. Okay, when they give you 2 points, you're going to do you're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and then you're going to do y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So this is like what we were doing yesterday. Okay, the problem gives 2 sample points. So they're going to give you x1 and y1, and they're going to give you x2 and y2. Okay, to surf the internet for 25 minutes at an internet cafe, it costs $7.25. For 40 minutes, it costs $9.80. I need you to write and solve a linear equation to find the cost for surfing the web for 1 hour. Okay, so I know that 25 goes with 725. And I know that 40 goes with 980. Since they gave me 2 points, the first thing we're going to do is this equation. We're going to do 980 minus 725 divided by 40 minus 25. Okay, you don't have to do that in your head if you don't want to. You can do alpha y equals 980 minus 725 over 40 minus 25. And that gives me 0.17. Since we're talking about money, decimals are great. So 0.17. Okay, this is my m. Now I just need to pick a point and plug that into y minus y1. So I'm going to just use this first point. I'm going to do y minus 7.25 equals 0.17 times x minus 25. Okay, now I'm going to distribute and solve. I keep y minus 7.25 equals 0.17x, and then 0.17 times negative 25 is negative 425. Didn't need the parentheses. Okay, I'm going to add 725, and that gives me y equals 0.17x plus 3. So my equation is y equals 0.17x plus 3. And now if I want to figure out the cost for surfing for 1 hour, I want to figure out the cost for that, we're just going to do y equals 0.17 times 1 plus 3. So grab your calculator, 0.17 times 1 plus 3, and y equals 317. Oh, I see my mistake. Okay, if I want 1 hour, do you notice how these are in minutes? You're going to have to change this to 60. So, sorry, that should be a 60 there. So you're going to do 0.17 times 60 plus 3. And I didn't do a point. Having difficulty typing, which gives me $13.20. So my cost would be $13.20 for 1 hour. Okay, hold on, guys.